What it is, what it do, guys. Good morning, day 4, and happy Indigenous Peoples Day. It's a Monday, but we don't have to be back in New York right now because of the holiday. We are currently getting up here. It's a beautiful, brisk day. Some of our neighbors in this lovely parking lot, and we're using the AeroPress. If you don't know what an AeroPress is, let me enlighten you. An AeroPress here is a lovely travel coffee maker, and they even make a newer travel version of the AeroPress, but this is already kind of a travel one. I think I'm going to upgrade or move over to the travel one because the body itself is the container. So as you can see, this one comes apart. It's for fitting different cups. Essentially, it's a French press, or very similar, but with all this measuring equipment. And then this right here, it has 1 through 4. It makes like an espresso shot, and you can add the water if you want to make a better, you know, a more watered down cup of coffee. It comes apart, and this is where the filters go, and they're these like little filters, and you pull it out, you let it sit for about a minute or so, and then you press down, and this one fits right in our cup. So we have a Yeti cup here. It'll simply go on the top, and I'll just press it down, and then the coffee will go in there, and then you dilute it to whatever you prefer your coffee to be like. So that's how we make our really strong, good coffee in the morning. It's just a little bit simpler. It's also plastic, not glass, so it's a little preferable for traveling. So we're gonna make some coffee. Denise is taking down the Reflectix, cleaning up a little bit, and we are going to head into Portland to spend the morning. So we'll see you guys in Portland. Thanks for watching. Long way to go. So what's up, guys? We are here in Portland, walking around, trying to find a good place to grab breakfast. What do you think of it so far?
What do I think?
Yeah.
Not what I expected. Not
In
in
what
a
sense?
bad nor a good way, but I didn't expect it to be so brick-ish, if that makes sense.
I think what Denise is referring to is literally the brick-ish. So all the buildings down here in the old city are all brick. Literally the walkway is all brick. So, and even some of the streets are cobblestone. Some of them they left just for historical, I believe, reasons. But we're walking down here. Where are we trying to eat now? So we are trying to head over now to Central Provisions.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if we can get a spot. It is Monday on a holiday weekend, so we're gonna do our best and see what happens. But we've heard the reviews look great for it, and we're just kind of wandering around to see what the city has to offer. A lot of stuff seems to be closed. If you see here, it's not even that early, but it is a holiday, so only like some like this like Home Goods, West Elm is open, but a lot of the places are closed. So our plan, I think, is just to try to grab some brunch and explore the city and take some photos. So we're gonna take you guys around, and hopefully we can snag a good breakfast. So now, right before we leave Portland, the last couple stops we have is Maine Mead and the Kambuchery. So right now we are here at the Maine Mead Works, and right now we're trying 2 different meads, one sparkling and one more dry. I got the blueberry, and Steve's got the chai.
So this is a local mead place, and the workers here have been really phenomenal and super informative on sharing about, you know, mead in general, and how it's prepared and made. If you guys don't know, mead is, you know, you might have heard of it in like some like historic text, or, you know, in The Hobbit. It's like a very old-timey drink, and it's kind of having like a resurgence around the US, I think, and maybe other parts of the world. When we were out in Colorado, we went to Savannah Bee, and got an incredible mead. And so we were excited to try a local shop here in Portland, Maine. So we're here trying these guys. I think I'm gonna buy a 4-pack of the was it lavender lemonade?
Yeah.
Lavender lemonade mead, which has a little bit of carbonate in it because it's in a can. And then I think I'm gonna get the semi-dry bottle of mead, which is more like wine. But again, all of these are honey based. So the cool part is what we learned a little bit. Like Denise's here is the carbonated one, and it has a little bit of like local cardamom. It's got black tea.
It's delicious. It's soft.
So it's kind of interesting because I think it's mead is getting having such a resurgence because of the variations and the things you can do with it. You can really make it a diverse palate and a diverse range of tastes, starting with the same base recipe. Oh, we have a bee visiting us. So we're excited to try it. We'll let you guys know on what we think of the other flavors that we get, but so far these have been amazing. The gentleman inside said this is a little bit like sangria, and it's pretty spot on. The reason I like the mead so much is it's a little bit more mellow and not as sharp as other alcohol, but holds a high alcohol content, kind of like cider can. You know, cider can be hit or miss a little bit, and I would put mead in the same kind of category as cider. So we're going to be getting into this. We're going to get a few bottles, and then we're going to head over to a kombuchery, a place called Root Wild. We had them for the first time in Bar Harbor, and that picture is actually in my story on my main highlights. They make a kombucha which is about 5.6 alcohol content, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Which I've never really had an alcohol content on kombucha that high, and kombucha usually always houses alcohol, but you know, so we're gonna be going over there, seeing what their stuff is, what they're working with, and probably get a few bottles there as well. So we're excited to be trying all the things that Maine has to offer. So we are here at Root Wild Kombuchery, or Kambuchery as Denise would say. It's a beautiful little spot, and their logo is really nice. This isn't the alcohol kombucha that we thought it was, but it does contain 1%, as most kombucha does. Due to the fermenting process. So we're gonna grab a couple, and that's gonna be our plan. That's gonna be what we do for the day.
So the little puppers.
We're gonna head back. Oh, this is our guy. He's been hanging out with us a bunch. Can't get enough. What flavor are you gonna get?
I think I'm gonna either get the blueberry with the lemon thyme, or I might get the pine and lavender, because that sounds really cool.
Ooh, I think I'm gonna get two. I think I'm definitely gonna get the pine lavender one and give that a go. I think I might try the mint.
The elderberry one sounds really good too, which autumn olive and apple.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of good.
I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll let you guys know after we grab it. We ended up getting some kombucha at the Root Wild Kombuchery. I got lavender pine. I believe Denise did as well, or pine lavender. And then I also got a mint melody with nettle. Which one did you get?
Wild blueberry.
Wild blueberry.
Look at that baby.
So we just wrapped up our time here in Portland. Got our kombucha, got our mead. We're ready to roll. What did you think of Portland?
I loved it. I thought it was really pretty. I didn't have any expectations either, really, of what we were gonna see or what we were gonna do. I wasn't sure what it was going to look like, but it was better than I expected it to be.
Yeah, right before I turned on the camera, we were just kind of talking about like, what did we expect? Did we have expectations? And I didn't really have any. I had a small like idea of what Portland might be like, but you know, I definitely had no expectations. I really didn't know what to expect. The people who've been here have been lovely. Acadia National Park was gorgeous. And Portland's been so nice to get around. Parking was easy. Don't use parking structures. You know, spend the extra few minutes to look around. Denise got me a couple times where I was like, oh, let's just park in this parking lot, and it was a private one, and it was like $5 an hour. But Denise was right. She was like, hey, just like, let's just look a little bit. And literally next to every restaurant, every spot we wanted to go, 2-hour parking for the whole time for $4. So really make sure, and this is a holiday weekend too, so side note, so just make sure that you actually spend the time to look around a little bit, and you're going to be rewarded. It was really easy to drive, really easy to get around, and for us who, you know, are sleeping in a micro camper in the truck, Walmart is literally 16 minutes away from downtown, so you can't really, you know, free stay, so you can't really complain. Overall, I've had a great time.
I did too.
So,
it was so fun. And
yeah,
the meat is delicious, and the seafood's amazing. The seafood here is incredible. The lobster is like so good. If you just so you know, if you guys don't know, Denise, she's gonna let you know what is grade A and what's not. And she was buzzing off of like how good the seafood is. I will say for us, our biggest expense was seafood. Yeah. You know, because we knew coming here we were paying very little expenses or had very little overhead for housing, and our house is our transportation. So for us, we were able to spend a little bit more money. We could have saved a lot more by cooking more. You know, as you guys saw, if you watched the last vlog, we did cook last night. But, you know, so there is ways that you can obviously make it a little bit cheaper. We were planning for this and the food to be our expense. We love good eats, especially good seafood. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna pause that. I just want to thank you guys for watching and joining me and Denise on our trip to Portland and exploring the city. If you guys would like and subscribe, that would be excellent. You know, maybe hit the bell if you guys are enjoying the content and you want to see what I'm up to next, and maybe Denise will be along for the next trip as well. So you never know. We'll see what happens, but thank you guys again for watching. This has been Long Way to Go. I'm Zach Jones in Portland, Maine. Catch you guys in the next video.